Hi.
Hi.
Didn't expect to see me here.
Well, how are we supposed to follow that? You go, this is...
Well, I know how to start. I want to start by asking about your name. My name is Alicia.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be, I guess, A-L-I-C-I-A, but it came out wrong on the birth certificate. It's A-L-E-C-I-A, and my parents couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
Might have been drugs involved, I don't know, but it's that way. And I was looking up your official name.
Yeah.
And it's spelled wrong.
Yes.
And I wanted to know, is that on purpose?
A-E-L.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
Is that because your parents are lazy like mine?
Well, you talk about drugs being involved. It's the exact opposite. It's how it's spelled in the Bible.
Oh.
So that's why they did that. So I don't mean to. Yeah.
Heard that's really good reading.
Yeah. It's a decent book. Hey, you know, this is so my first late night appearance was here because this was the late night with Conan. So I've not been in this room in
it used to be
a long
much
time
colder.
Ago. It did. I remember the first time I did it. They, you know, this is 2008, I think, and so they pick you up. They say they're gonna get you a limo. It was a town car.
A limo.
No, but it wasn't a limo. It was a town car. They throw the word limo around pretty loosely in New York. Like I'm expecting, you know, I'm like
the curtains
dude,
on the window
here
to
we
close
go.
like this.
And it's just like a regular car, and you're like, let's calm down on.
How did we
limo
pick you up
talk.
today?
I rode over.
You took the subway.
Yeah, I got a limo. The subway limo. I got my own. I got my own one. It was hot. No, and then I remember we pull up to the front of it, and I'm walking out, getting out of the car, and there's like paparazzi there taking pictures of the celebrities, but I'm like nobody. And I mean, I just like looked at them. I was like, this is not gonna be good. And when I got out, I just hear them go, "It's nobody."
I've had that happen.
Yeah.
Just walk right by me.
One
Excuse me,
guy
sir.
he just goes like, he took a picture. He like,
just in case.
not even looking, just like.
I wish we had that photo right now.
Oh, it would be so
Well,
funny.
happy Women's History Month. I really enjoy saying that to
Thank you. I'm proud of it.
You have strong women in your life?
I'm proud of it. Oh, I thought you were for me.
No.
I thought that's what you were just calling me.
No.
You go. It's yes, I do. My wife and daughter, very much so.
She's 13?
She's 13. We've been,
14.
my wife and I have been together before comedy for any of that stuff. And so they've been along for this whole ride. And so, yeah, they've been, you know, I mean, the best. We have a woman dog, a woman fish. Yeah, I mean, it is. I'm like asking for one boy something. Can I get a boy pigeon?
Would you know if it's, how do you know
dude I could talk to in the house. Yeah.
Well, you moved your family from LA to Nashville. There's a lot of dudes in Nashville.
There are a lot of dudes in Nashville. So I'm from Nashville.
Yes.
And so I moved.
Nashville proper or outside
Old
of
Hickory
Nashville?
was suburban
Okay.
Nashville. Okay. And then so I lived in Chicago. I lived in New York for 8 years doing comedy. And then we moved to LA. Our daughter was born right when we were about to move to LA. And she was born in Tennessee because I had a joke about this. I did not want her to have a New York birth certificate.
Okay.
I didn't want her to growing up thinking she's better than me. So I was like, you're starting where I start. No one gets a leg up in this family. And so then we went to LA for a couple of years. And I kind of really started going on the road. And I was just kind of realized I was leaving them there. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to move back to Nashville. And it was kind of, I always thought it was the first unselfish move I made. Because before it's you kind of just, you know, your career-wise, it's about you. And then, so I was like, let's get them home and we have family. We live in a cul-de-sac. You know, she just has a very normal.
The dream. Yes.
Cul-de-sacs where, I mean, all I've ever dreamed of my whole life.
I know, every kid wants that.
You just see the families that were in there growing up, and you're like, buddy, they are rolling in it. You got that cul-de-sac money.
We found a photo of you from high school. Can we show it?
Yes.
You were homecoming king?
I was homecoming king. And thank you.
Did you ever go to a real, like, school dance?
No. But you know what?
No?
I didn't play sports, so that was earned.
Okay.
Because it's not like I was like a football player or whatever. But we did not. I went to Donaldson Christian Academy. It's a Christian school. That's with the Bible.
Got it.
The Bible stuff. That's where that comes
Got it.
into
It's
play.
my next read.
Yeah. Yeah. They're. It's a big one. Yeah. So they didn't. Back when we did it, you couldn't dance at a school event. So we would have a.
Leave room for the Lord.
Yeah, yeah. We wouldn't even get that close. And so this would be too much. I go, if you don't mind, could you stand up and I'll. So the parents would throw like, so we had a banquet at the school, and then the parents would have a dance off-site for the kids. So we would have normal. But it was like normal. It wasn't anything I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's all you know, right?
Yeah.
I want to show another high school photos because I love high school photos. You won't find any of me. I didn't go.
Yeah.
Aw. You look like you're having a genuinely good time. Your quote reads, "Only the most foolish of mice would hide in a cat's ear, but only the wisest of cats would think to look there."
Yeah. I don't know.
Please explain.
I don't know. It's a deep thing, you know? I'm a deep person, and that was, I don't know why I picked that, but it was.
I was voted most likely to be behind bars in 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, Ma.
Yeah.
We're back with Nate Bargatze. That was a look at his new game show, The Greatest Average American, and you can see it on ABC and Hulu. Can you explain how that game show works?
I didn't even know what you were looking.
Back
but
here.
it's there. You kept looking that way. I'm like, what is she looking at? Yeah, the game show is basically that. You know what's funny? They made fun of me because when I was eating those come they gave me something to spit out, so you could, because I'm just trying to taste it and guess, but I swallowed everything. So when I had that pickle, I had gummy bears in there too.
Oh. It actually
I can mix some stuff up.
It took me until I was 35 to know that a pickle was a cucumber. I thought.
Yeah, but they're far enough, because I don't like cucumbers.
But you like pickles.
I'm a big fan of pickles, but they're far enough.
How does your show work?
No one, it doesn't matter. Nobody knows that, you know? We have 3 rounds. I'm still learning how it works. We have 3 rounds. So the first round is we just ask the average American person, and then they guess. 2 people get through. Second round is a challenge like that. So how many things do you think I can do? How many state capitals can I name?
Okay.
In 60 seconds, it's like, it gets embarrassing. And then the last one is the audience. So the audience that we have there, we polled the audience, and you got to answer the question like, it would be like this. So if you looked at everybody here and you go, how do you think these people would answer this question? And then if they win $67,920, which is the average American salary.
Love that.
And then the other one is I cover your taxes. So in every game show's like, everybody always brings up, well, what about the taxes? If you win a car, it's like
that's
taxes.
Nice.
So we give you extra money.
Will you cover mine?
Yeah. Yeah, I got them within the game show. But we give you money, so you got to go do it. They like go crazy because I was like, I'll pay your taxes, and they're like, you can't say, like I'm not gonna go get in the weeds of it.
You went broke.
I gotta go to H&R Block with like 5 things, and just be like, I got a game show. I got to get through these taxes for these people. But we give you extra money they'll cover it, and then you go home with that amount. Anybody can watch it. I want it to be.
I love that too.
It's not made for kids, but if your kid's there, you don't have to turn the TV off, or you don't have to change the channel.
One of the best compliments anyone can ever give me is that I brought joy or an ease to their life that wasn't there before, and I think that's really beautiful because your whole life is that. You bring so much, just to my own family, you brought so much joy into our house.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, thanks for that.
Yeah.
You have an unconventional project in Nashville.
Yes. Yeah.
Theme park?
So we're going for a theme park.
When's it opening?
Look, we're farther along. I always say I can't get out of it. It's a nut. We're that far with it. And I never thought I would open a theme park, but again, this fit into what I wanted to do. And, you know, going out and traveling, going to every city, I want to be able to host people. And being in every city and touring in other countries, like, I think we're all the same, essentially. And you kind of know what people want. And so you want to create this experience so you and your family can go have those memories that you talk about for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I think life is all about just making memories.
Yeah.
You just filmed some shows with your dad.
I did.
Can you talk about that?
We did. We just shot his special. So my dad's a magician, and he does comedy as magic.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so we just taped his special in Nashville. But he opened for me about over 100 shows. He did MSG when I did MSG, and now there's only so much.
I can't even imagine that. I brought my dad out on stage one time in New York City, and he almost like passed out.
Yeah. Well, with my dad performing, he goes up, puts on a great show. But, you know, I would say, like, I'm 46. It's like there's only so much you can travel with your dad at 46 or so. You know, you love it.
You're not sharing a room.
I love it, but then you got a couple sleep apnea machines in the bunks. We're all loaded up. Everything's plugged in. Yeah.
Oh, that's the cutest picture.
Yeah, that's not my dad, but that's Nathaniel.
From the book.
From the book. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, you started a movie, The Breadwinner. Tell us about it.
Well, it fits into the world that I'm just trying to mind my own business and not bother anybody. But it's a very fun movie, and it's Mandy Moore, my wife. She goes on Shark Tank and invents something. So then I kind of have to be the dad that stays at home with our 3 daughters in the movie. And so it's it's just those first month of that. It's not,
wait to see
it's just like the chaos that you would assume if any role had to switch.
Yep.
And then I kind of do a dad era where I'm like, look, I'm gonna just run it the way like I think it should be ran, and we see how that goes. But it's just a very fun, again, sweet movie. It's a PG. It's comes out May 29th, and it's one that I hope everybody I hope your whole family will go to it.
We will.
Thank you.
We can't wait.
Thank you.
We need another break. Everybody give it up for Nate Bargatze. His game show, The Greatest Average American, airs Wednesdays on ABC and streams anytime on Hulu.